And let me make it clear, this government remains committed to the Union, as committed as ever. And it is in the Union that we have flourished and found strength.
More Scots than ever before say they want Home Rule, but Mrs Thatcher says that's not on. With only 10 MPs in Scotland and the lowest Tory vote there since 1868, has she taken on her biggest challenge yet? Can she win over the Scots? Or, in the words of an old verse of the national anthem, is she set rebellious Scots to crush? The Treaty of Union of 1707, providing one parliament for what was to be called Great Britain, was the most important single episode in the creation of the present United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The signatories knew that when it was signed and sealed, the treaty brought to an end centuries of conflict, often armed conflict, between England and Scotland. And it assured Scotland of a growing share in the prosperity of the English, now British, Empire. But the Union did not completely merge the two countries. The treaty recognised Scotland's separate legal system and its separate church and education. And the Scottish churches are amongst those today who are worried about the future of the Union. Canon Kenyon Wright is taking a leading role in the current constitutional moves to reassess how Scotland is governed.
That Treaty of Union clearly saw Scotland as a nation which admittedly no longer had its own parliament from that point onwards, but which was nevertheless by treaty part of a united kingdom. I mean, I am a unionist. I'm not a unitarist, but I am a unionist. I myself personally, for what it's worth, believe that the union is of value and could be a creative thing, provided it is the union of free peoples, it is the union of nations, and not just a state which flattens out and in effect erodes and destroys national identity. I think the majority of the people of Scotland want the Union, but, and I think this has to be said, I think there's a real danger that if we carry on with the kind of imposition of policies at present going on, if the sheer outrage which is felt, and I think that word is usable in this context, if that continues, then I think many of the Scottish people might, out of sheer frustration, say, well, if the Union means this, we're better off without it. I hope that day won't come, but I think it's a real danger.